All parts of our training play a role in the final outcome. The thing that we must develop that ties everything together is our mindset. Compensatory acceleration is a lifting technique that embodies the champion mindset, while also giving you a physical boost compared to what most people normally do. Ever wonder why some guys just always win? They seem to feel no pressure or even thrive in the biggest moments. These athletes treat every moment like these big situations. Their mindset of every rep, practice, and game is that I will bring my best to the table. Ask the question, who could you become if you brought 100% of your attention to every task you performed? The technique of compensatory acceleration is simple enough. Lift the weight as fast as you can through the concentric portion of the lift. For most exercises, the raising portion. Many exercises get easier as you get closer to the top and your joint angles open up due to your leverages. Think about the top of a squat or like a bench press. Once you get to here in your bench press, you're going to be locking that out. Or how many scrawny high school kids have quarter squatted 405? Most of us are naturally going to coast as the lift gets easier, unless we really pay attention. Notice the next time you squat, especially on something like a set of 8 where the first few reps are a little on the easy side, you won't explode through the rep. Compensatory acceleration says we are trying to move the weight as fast as possible until the lift is complete. We don't coast, ever. We dominate every position of the lift. I like to say, put your soul into the rep. Next workout, build up to a medium difficulty set of 5. Don't think about the first 2 reps, just do them like normal. Then, on the last 3, try to move the weight as fast as possible. It should almost jump off your back. Notice the difference, and then realize how much result you leave on the table in all areas of training and life, because you simply coast when you can. If you gave everything in every moment, difficult as that sounds, what could you accomplish? What could you do in the next year, the next 5, in your life, if you gave everything you had? Think about this and simply notice how much your attention drifts during class, at work, practice, when studying, lifting, and on and on. Learn to focus and the sky is the limit for you. Now, there are a few times we don't want to use this technique for safety reasons. It doesn't mean we aren't focusing maximally, just that there are situations when the focus should be different than lifting as fast as possible. First, go under control on the lowering or eccentric portion of the lift. The reversal is the highest chance of getting injured. Focus on staying in perfect position. If you would say just drop as fast as possible in the squat, you are very likely to bounce yourself right out of position at the bottom, drastically increasing your injury risk. This technique just has you accelerate the weight as fast as possible on the concentric portion of the lift. You don't want to do this on warm-up sets or if you haven't mastered that lift's technique yet. Both of these situations need you focusing on proper position. Let your nervous system and body get prepared to do this technique. If not, you just risk injury. The same is true if you're specifically trying to work on technique that day, or it's like an easier or recovery day. I also wouldn't use this on many smaller isolation lifts. I would keep those more under control, focusing on the mind-muscle connection. You can experiment with that. It's not a hard and fast rule like the first 2, but it's unlikely you're going to want to use this technique on something like bicep curls or lateral raises. Lastly, if you aren't training for sports performance, I wouldn't use this technique. It can add a minor but real increase in injury risk, and it's just not needed for general health training or even if you're trying to just build the muscles like for bodybuilding. In all of those situations, you have different things to focus on. It doesn't mean that you can just do whatever you want and you don't need to pay attention. Just that you're focusing on more technical positions, mind-muscle connection, or prepping your body for the main training. Try this, not with maximal weight at first, something more like a moderate 5 sets of 5 with a weight that you probably could do 10 to 12 times. Practice focusing and accelerating the weight. As you get more comfortable, increase the difficulty of the sets. This is the technique that you will be applying to all your major lifts at all times. Being a champion is often more about your mindset and approach than your physical abilities. When a technique comes along that can merge the two together, you might want to pay attention. To become the best version of yourself possible, subscribe to the Immortal Power channel, where we will dive deep into training methods, not only for your body, but your mind and soul.